380,000 vehicle owners. That is how many people Consumer Reports surveyed this year. Real owners, real trucks, real problems. And what came back is one of the most damaging reliability reports the American truck industry has ever received. Engine seizures at highway speed, batteries dying overnight on brand new vehicles, brake systems failing in freezing temperatures, fire risks in trailer brake modules. These are not used trucks with 200,000 miles on the clock. These are brand new trucks. Trucks that people drove off dealer lots weeks ago. And right now, seniors across the country who bought these vehicles for reliability, for peace of mind, for something dependable to take them where they need to go, are lining up at dealerships to return them. Today we count all 12 down, from bad to absolutely catastrophic. Stay with me because the truck sitting at number 1 scored so low that Consumer Reports called it the worst pickup they have ever evaluated. In the history of their testing program, let us start. Truck number 12, the 2026 Toyota Tundra. Toyota loyalty runs deep in America. Generations of families have bought Toyota because Toyota meant dependability. The Tundra is testing that loyalty right now in the worst possible way. The primary failure: catastrophic main bearing collapse inside the 3.4-liter twin-turbo V6, bearings spinning loose inside the engine block, oil pressure dropping to zero, engine seizing while driving at highway speeds. Toyota initially blamed manufacturing debris. Then replacement engines started failing the exact same way. That is not a manufacturing problem. That is a design flaw. There is also a recall for backup cameras going completely blank while reversing, and tonneau covers physically detaching from the bed at speed. Flying debris on a highway. A reliability score of 41 out of 100 for Toyota, the brand that built its entire American reputation on the word dependable. Truck number 11. The Chevrolet Silverado 1500. One Silverado owner described it this way: he bought his truck new, loaded, full options. He needed it for work. 6 months later, violent misfires started mid-drive. The engine shuddering, the whole cab shaking. He pulled over on the shoulder of a highway and called his dealer. The diagnosis was V8 lifter collapse. Here is what causes it. The cylinder deactivation system uses locking pins to shut down cylinders at highway speed to save fuel. Those pins stick. When they stick, push rods bend. Cylinder heads get chewed up. The repair costs thousands. Chevy has issued stop sale orders on affected inventory, meaning dealers have trucks on their lots they are legally prohibited from selling. Even buyers who avoided the V8 and chose the TurboMax 4-cylinder to escape lifter drama ran into leaking radiator hoses. Add electrical gremlins, random keyless entry failures, shorting low-voltage harnesses. A reliability score of 40 means most owners surveyed reported multiple problems. This is one of America's best-selling trucks. That matters. Truck number 10, the Jeep Gladiator. Ask any mechanic who works on Jeep products about the Gladiator, and they will use 2 words immediately: death wobble. Hit a bump at the wrong angle on the solid front axle design, and the steering wheel starts shaking violently. Not a gentle vibration, violent shaking. The kind that makes drivers grip the wheel and ease off the throttle and wonder what is happening to their truck. The cause is premature wear in the steering linkage and track bar bushings. Jeep has tried multiple fixes. None of them have eliminated the problem. Then there is the dual battery nightmare. The smaller auxiliary battery degrades over time and begins draining power from the main battery constantly. No warning light, no gradual indication. Just drivers finding a dead truck in their driveway with no explanation. Trailer plug wiring leaks are also triggering false brake fault codes. Sensors reading phantom problems that are not there. Gladiator owner described bringing their truck in 4 times in the first year for electrical warnings. Truck number 9. The GMC Sierra 1500. The Sierra 1500 shares its entire platform with the Silverado 1500. Same engines, same transmission, same cylinder deactivation system, same lifter collapse problem, same bent push rods, same chewed cylinder heads. But here is the trap that catches Sierra buyers specifically. The higher trim levels come loaded with premium features: massage seats, multifunction tailgate, multi-camera trailering system. Buyers pay $80,000 for a Denali Ultimate because they want all of that. What they did not know is that none of those accessories power down properly when the truck turns off. They keep drawing power, continuously, silently. And owners of $80,000 trucks are waking up to dead batteries in their driveways. Jumper cables. In the morning. In a truck they bought 3 months ago. That is the Denali trap. Truck number 8. The GMC Sierra 2500 HD. Heavy-duty trucks are built to work. The Sierra 2500 HD is supposed to be the truck you trust to pull your trailer across 4 states without a single hesitation. Right now it is struggling to do that. Diesel models equipped with the Allison transmission are showing shift lag and harsh engagements. Not the tight, confident shifts of a truck built for serious towing. Lazy, hesitant gear changes that feel wrong from day one. Then the exhaust after-treatment systems start failing. Clogged particulate filters, dead urea injectors. When those systems malfunction, the truck enters countdown limp mode. speed limited, crawling to a dealer, on a truck that was supposed to be hauling your equipment, a reliability score of 37. On a vehicle that often costs $70,000 or more before options, truck number 7, the Chevrolet Silverado 2500 HD. The Silverado 2500 HD has the same transmission problems as its GMC twin, the same diesel emission hardware failures, the same countdown limp mode. But the Silverado 2500 HD adds something its sibling does not, a massive recall for the trailer brake module, an electrical fault that causes the module to overheat, physically melt, and in some cases catch fire. This is not a software bug, not a warning light requiring a dealer reset. The brake module responsible for controlling trailer braking on a heavy-duty truck designed explicitly to tow heavy loads is a spontaneous combustion risk. Consumer Reports gave this truck a reliability score of 37. That number feels generous given what is under the hood. Truck number 6, the Cybertruck. $60,000 is the entry price, 6 figures on upper trims. And what Cybertruck owners are discovering after purchase is a list of functional problems that no amount of futuristic styling can compensate for. Dependability from the driver's seat is genuinely poor. The thick A-pillars and sloped stainless body create blind spots that force drivers to rely almost entirely on the camera system. That camera system lags, goes blank. Owners park by watching a screen that sometimes freezes mid-maneuver. Essential functions like gear shifting and turn signals, if the system locks up, nothing works. Owners are also reporting sudden high-voltage system shutdowns that completely immobilize the truck. No warning, no limp mode, full stop. Add shearing steering rack fasteners. Brake lights failing from water intrusion. A reliability score of 34 for a truck that some buyers paid over $100,000 to own. Truck number 5, the Chevrolet Colorado. In cold weather, the Colorado's electronic brake assist fails. The system that helps you stop safely in winter conditions. The one you particularly need when roads are icy and surfaces are unpredictable malfunctions. And when it fails, the truck goes into a 43 miles per hour limp mode. 43 miles per hour on a public road. In freezing conditions, forcing traffic to slow behind a truck that cannot drive its own speed limit. The 8-speed automatic transmission also suffers from torque converter shudder during low-speed deceleration, a shaking, juddering sensation every time you slow to a stop. Owners describe it as the truck feeling broken even when it is technically functioning. Over-the-air software updates make things worse by preventing control modules from entering sleep mode overnight. Battery drained by morning. Stranded again. A reliability score of 29 out of 100, truck number 4, the GMC Canyon. The Canyon shares its entire platform with the Colorado. Same cold weather brake failures. Same torque converter shudder at every stoplight. Same overnight battery drain from software updates that never go to sleep. A mid-2025 patch fixed some infotainment bugs. The major braking problem is still there. The transmission problem is still there. The battery drain is still there. Consumer Reports gave it 29 out of 100. Same score as its Colorado twin, because they built the same problems into both trucks at the same time. GM is aware of these issues. The fixes have not arrived yet for Canyon owners living with them daily. Truck number 3, the Ford F-250 Super Duty. Fleet operators who run Super Duty trucks professionally track everything. Miles between service events, unplanned downtime, cost per mile to maintain. And fleet managers who have been running F-250 Super Duty trucks for the past 2 model years are reporting something they did not expect from Ford. Steering problems that keep coming back. The death wobble phenomenon, where the front end shakes violently after hitting a bump, has been documented in the current Super Duty generation since launch. Ford has issued multiple service bulletins trying to address steering wheel oscillation. There is no single repair that fixes every truck experiencing the condition. For a truck that costs $70,000 at base and routinely climbs past $90,000, returning it to the dealer multiple times for a steering problem that service bulletins have not solved is not an acceptable ownership experience. Consumer Reports shows improvement for 2025, but the earlier model years are sitting on used lots with steering problems that buyers should check before purchasing truck number 2. The Rivian R1T. Imagine paying $80,000 for a truck and needing a flatbed to bring it back to a service center that might be an hour away from your home. That is the Rivian R1T experience for a significant number of owners right now. The air suspension burns out compressors and drops the vehicle onto its bump stops without warning. Not a gradual sag. A sudden collapse. The truck rides on its frame rails until a flatbed arrives. Drive unit failures are also being documented. Steering pulls. And the catastrophic failure mode that Rivian owners fear most. When the 12-volt auxiliary battery dies, the entire truck stops functioning completely. Every system, every motor, every control, gone. Restoring it requires replacing a massive wiring harness and battery at a service network that is still being built out across the country. A reliability score of 18 out of 100. Buyers who paid $80,000 and above for an electric truck built on innovation are getting a reliability experience built on breakdown. Truck number 1. The 2026 Ram 1500. 5 out of 100. Consumer Reports called this the worst pickup truck they have ever evaluated in the entire history of their testing program. That is not a category ranking, that is a program record. And the score is earned. Start with the keyless entry system. The proximity sensor that unlocks your truck as you approach it drains the battery overnight, every night, until the battery is dead. Then the electrical cascade begins. Multiple systems failing from the dead cell. Owners cycling through jump starts like a ritual. On a brand new truck, then look under the hood. The flagship Hurricane twin-turbo inline-6 engine is melting catalytic converters. Coolant is leaking into the intake. Engines are failing catastrophically on trucks with under 10,000 miles. The Hemi V8 alternative has broken manifold bolts and lifter tick. The reliable option is not reliable. There are massive recalls for fire-prone trailer brake modules. Dashboard screens going completely blank while driving. Nearly every single owner surveyed by Consumer Reports reported multiple severe problems. Not one issue, multiple, severe. That is what a score of 5 out of 100 means when you break it down to real owner experience.